this is Monique, man. I'm telling you,
Baby, he be saying it like I'm a problem.
oh, you have been a problem.
Well, Steve, okay.
What was it? Let's go.
Let's go.
You started getting labeled as difficult.
Yes.
Why do you believe that happened? And do you see that changing, and why?
I got labeled as difficult. My husband and my husband is Sydney, who happens to be my manager. We got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey. I said no to Tyler Perry. I said no to Lee Daniels. And I said no to Lionsgate. And the difficulty came in when people that look like me, like Oprah, Tyler, Lee Daniels, and I gotta put my brother Steve on the list. Y'all knew
to his face.
I was not wrong. Each one of you said to me, Monique, you're not wrong. And when I heard you go on the air and you said, my sister done burned too many bridges, and there's nothing I can do for her now. Steve, do you know how hurt I was?
But Simone, now let me give you this. Because you and I had this conversation, I thought you went about it wrong. See, I felt that you had done yourself a disservice by the way you chose to go about it.
Tell me how I went about it.
I was cool with you, with your deal with Netflix. I was cool with you. The two problems that we had, number one, the boycott of Netflix,
yes.
We never gave people a point of action. Okay, if we're going to boycott, are we going to not get subscriptions? Are we going to turn it off? Or are we going to go down there and get signs? The second point, what was coming to me was, this problem that you had in Netflix is rich people problems. Because they looking at us going, you talking about you didn't get millions. Well, you got this, you ought to be cool.
But when you say, Mo, it's the way you went about it. And I want to explain that, and I thank you for saying that. Inequality is devastating, and it's extreme. And when people said, Monique, do you think calling a boycott was extreme? You damn right. But isn't inequality extreme? So we've got to get to a place where we're unafraid to say it out loud.
Okay.
What I would have loved, what I would have appreciated from my brother was had you picked up the phone before you went on the air and said, Monique, you've burned too many bridges and there's nothing I can do. See, I would have appreciated had my brother called me up and said, baby, let's talk. Because you doing that was a part of me being difficult.
Now, before that, though.
Yes, baby.
Remember the moment on stage?
Oh, yes.
See, now that
right was a wonderful moment.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, my goodness.
No, it wasn't.
That was one of those moments.
See, no, it wasn't.
That Richard Pryor whispered in my ear and said, say it. You say it.
Richard
because
Pryor did not tell you to say that.
Yes, he
with
did.
those crazy
Oh, baby. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I do not regret, as I said on the Steve Harvey show, I do not regret one moment of that night on that stage.
No, in case you don't know.
You know, which they're getting ready to talk about, which is where she told Lee Daniels, Oprah, Tyler Perry, all of them to suck her bleep if she had one, darlings.
Mo told Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey,
Tell him.
and Lee Daniels to suck her private parts.
Not my private parts.
Well, you said if I had one, I want them three to suck my private parts.
Yeah.
It wasn't private parts on stage. So now, then I went, I quit breathing. I quit breathing for you.
I didn't.
What happened to you, Mo, was when you made that statement, the narrative got flipped. It wasn't about Netflix no more. It wasn't about Netflix no more. The attention was all off of where we needed to go. Huh?
That was before Netflix.
So good. So now when you bring up Netflix, it doesn't get no win, but you done just said this to these three people. And these three people,
yes,
not because they're powerful, but because of who they've come. And what happens is, I told you, we can't cure darkness with more darkness.
What we can do is cure it with comedy. And what I'm not going to do, Steve, I'm never, ever going to waver from my comedy show on that stage. That's my gift, and that's my freedom. And what happens is when you allow people to start taking your freedom and your gift and making it become what makes them comfortable, we then lose. When you called me with the morning show on the phone, I said to you, Steve, my family is suffering behind this. And y'all know I did nothing wrong. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong. But none of y'all in real time, was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus.
Cause Mo, listen to me. We fighting two wars here.
What war?
There's two wars. It's what your issue is, and it's what the perception of the issue is, and the narrative has changed.
See, I'm hearing what you're saying, baby, and I agree with it when the narrative changes. But if all of y'all said, this is the only issue I have with it, baby, when all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here.
So they said it privately that, you know, she's absolutely right. But they're not going to say it publicly because they don't want to mess up their money. The money that, you know, they getting from Frank and Lillian and the rest of them.
We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we got to flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game.
It's
this
the
money game.
But
we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money game. But let me tell you what the game.
Did you hear that? What he said? The best thing that you could do for poor people is to not be one of them. We in the money game. Basically, he's saying that typically black people operate by emotion, white people operate by logic, which is true. You know, as adults, we've all witnessed this, you know, firsthand, for sure. Basically, what he's telling her to do is just shut up, be quiet, accept the money, accept what they're giving you, because it's the most you probably ever done had in life. We black, we should just be thankful. We winning we go through we win through love and all this kind of stuff, but love ain't got us nowhere. Okay, let's just continue.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game, and we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo,
wait a minute.
If I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement. There are ways to win the war.
What about the ancestors, Steve? What about the ancestors? The people died so that you could sit up on the stage and have a talk show. But I mean, this is also the same man that, you know, went to go meet with Trump and say he's an all-right brother or whatever he said. So, I mean, what do I expect? You know, it's like, how long are we just gonna go along just to get along? How long are we gonna just curl our tail and just, you know, just let things go all the time? Like, in
a different way. We got more right after this. Hey, you made it to the...
Monique was mad as hell. I could tell. I could really tell. We're going to go ahead and finish this out, then I'm going to talk in general. This is part 2.
Your writing matters.
Oh,
Luckily,
these ads
you've
get
got
on my
Grammarly
nerves.
on your side. Your success depends.
I'm back here with my sister Monique, and we're getting real. Come on, so listen to me. Here is what I want you to understand about this whole thing.
Yes.
As we try to come through this, because what I want really is for you to come through, because I know who you really are. And so what I want you to do is come through this with a different way. Because you, Monique, you my girl. I love you like a sister. I hate what's happening to you. I hate what they're saying that's not true. I want them to know that you are caring, that you're a great mother, that you're an incredible talent. I don't like the fact that you've been blackballed. You can be unblackballed. You too talented to have to worry about all this, where the next one coming from. I want this to end for you. I want it to end for you, Monique, because I love you. Because these people are doing it the wrong way, and you better than that. You are better than that. I probably should have called you as soon as, but I didn't. I got a lot of stuff going on, so I didn't. When I did call you, I listened to you. But I began telling you at the very beginning, I think we're going about this the wrong way. Now we keep saying stuff in the interim that keep...
But is she wrong? Yeah, y'all might not like her delivery, and the people just see her as a loud black woman, whatever. But is she wrong in what she's saying? Now everybody's trying to rally on Monique's side, but before it was very much so, you know, what is the tea? What are we doing? You know, all of what she said at her comedy show was just it was based around her experiences of these people, and it was out of anger, her telling them to suck her, you know what, you know. But you know, and then that happened, and then the whole Netflix happened. So I think that on that part, I agree with Steve in terms of people got confused on what's what, but it's just a whole combination of things. The Netflix thing is a separate situation from the whole Precious movie situation with that involves Lee and Oprah and Tyler, etc.
It's just making it worse. Hollywood know you
But
talented.
it's making it worse for who?
It's making it worse.
For who?
Okay, if you think it's cool, then it's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not cool, Mo.
For who?
It's not cool.
For who?
The fact that we sitting here arguing like this.
We're not arguing.
Okay, we're discussing.
You and your sister, we having a conversation and mommy and daddy ain't
Right.
here right now,
Cool.
and I'm getting ready to punch you in your mouth.
Right.
That's the conversation. Bam, bam. Right. I think what happens though is I've had to understand how to agree to disagree without being upset. And that's the thing. I disagree with my brother. I'm not upset with you. I love you. I disagree with the way Oprah, Lee, and Tyler did it.
Cool.
But I love them.
I'll give you that. Now, guess what we need to do
What we
to
need?
move forward and fix this?
Come on.
These people owe you an apology. You owe those people an apology. Then we can move forward. Mo, listen to me. You are valuable to us all. You are valuable to Tyler Perry. You are valuable to Oprah, to Lee Daniels. We can't do this without talent. See, me and you, we talent. They can't do this without us. You take us out of Hollywood, they have to close some doors around here. It is not the same without us. You are too valuable. I don't want to lose your gift to the world because we're trying to prove a point when we can prove the point by doing it in a more loving way. That's all I want, man.
I absolutely agree with you. 100%. The only way I know how to do it is loving, because that's all that's in my heart.
Okay.
Now, when I say it, you may not like how I say it.
But see, if it's in your heart,
Yes.
love sound like love.
Yes. Yes.
See, that's what. So,
Yes.
so if it don't sound like it when you say it,
See.
that's cause it ain't. So this one we're gonna close out like this. I'm gonna try and arrange. I'm gonna do my best to get the conversations that need to be had between you and these people, so you can hear from them. I'm gonna then ask them would they say it publicly for the benefit of everybody, so you can get the release that you need. Then I'm gonna.
Never gonna happen. Oprah Winfrey is never gonna apologize to Monique publicly, ever.
I'm going to ask you to tell these people and apologize for some bashing you done. I know you don't think you did none, but you did. And when everybody can come to that, then I think there's a chance for it to move. I love you, Mo. I'm glad you came to see me. Looking back on it, I should have picked up the phone and called you more readily.
I appreciate it.
I probably should have done that. Just looking on it, that's probably what I should have done.
That's all I want.
But I didn't. So now I'm here and moving forward as your big brother. I just want to help you, Mo. I swear to God, I didn't come here to bash you. I love you. I wish you well. And let's heal this thing and move forward so the world can see how great we all are. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. The one, the only, that damn Monique.
Don't fuck up this kid, Monique. Don't fuck all up in your gut.
Y'all notice he didn't let her talk much. I guess the producers or whoever said, "Hey, let's wrap this up, guys." Oh God, it's so much to digest. You know, I can imagine them being good friends. They've been knowing each other since ain't no, 20 plus years, I'm sure. What a history, what a friendship. And you're literally seeing two friends, like two real life friends, argue on TV. That's pretty much what it is. I argue and battle with my friends back and forth like that. We might actually end up in blow. No. Do I fight my friends? No. Not really. Just one. When he puts his hands on me and he forgets that this blonde got bite. But yeah. So it's crazy just seeing that. I remember watching the Parkers and stuff and seeing Steve Harvey on there. And they're a queen and a king of comedy, etc. It's crazy to me how quick Steve Harvey blew up. Or, it didn't happen overnight, but I'm just saying, like, look at how big Steve Harvey is now. At one point, Monique was bigger than Steve Harvey. And so now you see, that's why he has a different opinion on a lot of things, because he know what he had to do to get where he is. And Monique know what she has to do to get further in her career too. But the thing is, Monique is not willing to do that, because Monique has some integrity about her, some morals, and she know that ultimately the shit is not right. Not saying he has to work hard. Of course you have to work hard in this industry. Any industry, especially when you're black, of course. But who's the people that's writing the checks? Come on now. I remember Monique, she was doing one of her podcasts, and and Gabrielle Union has came out and spoke about it. A few other black actresses has spoke about the fact that yes, the pay is lower for black actors. Taraji P, Viola, all these amazing A-list leading black women, black actresses, they get paid less than the Meryl Streep darling of the world, than the Charlize Theron darling, than the what's another one? Emma Stones. They get paid less, and that's it. It started off with this whole thing with Monique about this whole Netflix situation, but it ended up being something, a conversation of so many other things. One flaw that I do think Monique has is that she's petty. I think that she ultimately, what she's fighting for and what she's talking about is 100% factual and it's real life, right? But then she'll slide little digs in there. You just have to listen to her. She'll slide little digs in there, little low-key digs and shade people, along the way. But all that just comes from her. And, like I said, I don't know all of what she's been through either. So, it's just probably years of stuff. Now, y'all know the whole Precious movie situation. Basically, she was doing a favor for Lee Daniels. He wasn't big, back then during the Precious days when he first introduced Precious to Monique. He didn't pay her full price. He didn't have the money. She did it as a favor. It blew up. They wanted her to promote it overseas. She said, no, I'm with my family. This is my off time. Whatever it is. She said, if y'all not paying me for it, then I'm not going. And that started the whole blackball situation. Including the fact that she had went on the Oprah Winfrey, or her family had went on the Oprah Winfrey show without her knowledge. And she had just had a conversation with Oprah, apparently. And, in that realm, whatever. And Oprah did not let her know that she was going to invite her family on the show. So it's a combination of things, Like I said, I don't think the Oprah Winfrey is going to publicly apologize to Monique. I think that she'll get an apology out of Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry before Monique. But they're not just going to say, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. They're going to spin it in some kind of way. I think that because of who Monique is, people take things a certain way versus if they was to take something from somebody else. They would be more receptive to somebody else, versus Monique. But the message is the same. And that's not right, but I'm just saying, would you be more receptive to talking to, wouldn't it be for the people, not y'all, but I'm just saying, for the world, you could take a sweet message easier from somebody white versus somebody black, versus somebody who has a mild, soft speaking voice versus somebody who has a thunderous, boisterous, strong speaking voice. It's going to be received differently. For one person, you're going to take the message and feel like you have some sympathy. And the other person, you're going to take the message and feel like you've been preached at. You feel like you're being chastised. You get in trouble. Ultimately, I do wish that we were all treated the same. I really, really do. Y'all, we talk about race on my channel. I'm not racist. I got friends of all different situations. Black, white, Asian, everybody. Latina, everybody, child. I'm just speaking in general. We need to have these real life conversations. If we were all treated the same, we would not have to, there wouldn't be no pride, and then we have black pride. If we were all treated the same, or felt included, or felt like we all was treated fairly, we wouldn't have the Grammys and then have the BET Awards. We wouldn't have the Billboard Awards, and the Golden Globes, and then have the Soul Train Awards and the NAACP Awards. There would be no need for separation if we were all the same or treated the same in this country. It's not. There's a lot that we have to admit as a people in general. There's a lot that we have to admit. It's a lot. It is a lot that we have to digest and understand and realize. Black people, we got some shit with us too. We really do. I recently I done saw online, it's this football player. He has a white girlfriend, a white wife. But anyway, she's his baby mama, and they have a little boy, cute little boy, and I saw a video with them toasting all around with a couple of other black dudes with their white wives, saying, "Oh, more light skinned babies," toasting the more light skinned babies. Like the ignorance, we have to re-brainwash ourselves. We have to know that black is beautiful, black is everything, black is on top, black is swag, black is talent, black is everything. We have to know that. Why is there so many people out here trying to be black if black is not everything? But we don't think it ourselves. We are in denial about a lot of things. Oh, my Uncle Elroy over there showing out at every barbecue, drunk. Oh, that's just what he do, though, That's just how he is. He always been like that. He's an alcoholic. Okay? Oh, what's the name over there? My cousin, he's showing out. He's stealing money, from the family. And, he over there itching and just acting real sketchy and, in and out, eyes bulging out his head, and I lost a lot of weight. I don't know what's going wrong with him. I don't know what's wrong with him. He might be on drugs. Can we talk about some things? White people, you stole this land. Y'all so entitled and think y'all own everything and just think y'all deserve the world. It ain't work for nothing. Stole this. We was over there in Africa chilling. We wasn't bothering nobody, living like kings and queens. Y'all took us. from Africa, dropped us off over there in the islands and everywhere else, and dropped us over here in the U.S. and killed the Indians and had us work for slaves as slaves. We won't bother y'all. Don't nobody bother y'all. Y'all bother everybody else. It's some things we have to admit. It's some things that we have to admit in this world. When I tell you, well, I think this whole situation, going back to this, I think this whole situation with Steve Harvey, with Oprah Winfrey is going to get solved. No, sorry, with Monique and everybody else is going to get solved. I just think that it's going to die down. And, but I hope the people need to realize that Monique is not going to get up off their neck. And, if it's a situation where she runs into any one of them, or if it's a situation where they think enough time has passed by and they want to work with Monique again, she going to bring it back up. So I hope they ready, child. I don't know. Just admit that when you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're wrong, I don't know why it's so hard, but hey, it's only so much. That's why Stephen was giving those politically correct answers. Steve Harvey back in the day would completely ride with Monique full out. But Steve Harvey today, that's a new man. That's Marjorie's husband. We ain't gonna get on Marjorie. Talking about, what did he say in the video? Talking about, I got the, I can't let the cookie crumble because I'm trying to stand up for my right. Like I said, that's what our ancestors did for us. Stood up for our rights. Killed, gunned down, ate up by, lynched, ate up by dogs and stuff. That's what our ancestors did for us. No, but I can't, bring myself down, and I can't be one of them poor people. Whoop, whoop. But the police still stopping you just like they stopped me and everybody else. Yeah, I got to look out for my kids and all this other kind of stuff. Your kids is grown, all of them. Your kids. You mean Marjorie kids? So I knew someone right with Steve when he allowed Marjorie to change her kid's last name, her grown kid's last name, to Harvey. So now, God forbid, if something was to happen to Steve Harvey, they got to share, his biological kids got to share that money with Harvey, with Marjorie's kids too. Ain't that something? And he adopted them. Them kids good and grown. Them kids came to Steve in their damn 20s. I think. They was grown. They had to be. Or almost grown. I don't understand the point in that. Except for, trying to take all that man money. Waiting for him to expire. But y'all know allegedly what they say Marjorie used to do. They say Marjorie was the kingpin, allegedly. She got kids by 2 first cousins, allegedly. Once the cousins went to jail, she took up the drug game, allegedly. So, scammer. I don't put nothing. Anybody heard from Steve's first 2 wives? Anybody saying that? Okay. This is about Monique. It's just a lot that we have to untuck in America. It's a lot that we have to admit. It is a lot, y'all. There's certain conversations we don't want to talk about, but we have to talk about them. That's the only way. I don't want anybody, or I don't feel like anybody should beat themselves up about nothing. It is what it is. Can't nobody help who we were born as. Can't nobody help who our parents are. Can't nobody help how we look. None of that. Just be a good person in today's time. And just keep it real. None of us can help what our ancestors did or did not do. But just admit that it happened, because it is. And it's still happening to this day. The fact that Donald Trump even has supporters is beyond me. The fact that Donald Trump even has people that look up to and believe every single thing that he says is beyond me. I'm not that smart. I'm really not. But I know that that's a damn clown in the White House. And anybody with some sense know that too. So the fact that he even has followers proves that racism still exists. Hello? I just don't understand. I just don't understand how you can dislike or hate somebody you don't even know, who ain't done nothing to you, or anybody you care about. I don't understand how, even if you were raised a certain way, you have to know that when you become an adult, hey, this is wrong. Hey, I'm not going to like Lil Keisha because she's black. Or I'm not going to like Lil Tony because he's Asian. But they're my friend. I like them. They're nice to me. So why am I against them again? Because my parents tell me to be against them? My parents are dumb. Child. Let me read my notes before I get out of here. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I wish all these conversations could be had with love. And they could be had with love if people are willing to admit some things, but they're not. You know? I'm sure I don't think Monique lied about the fact that she talked to them privately. No, I don't think she lied about that. But they're just too scared to rally with her. Because, at the end of the day, look who all sitting in Steve's audience mainly. It's white people. These people, they work with white people. White people still own them. They sitting here rich and powerful and can make money moves. But it's still somebody over them. And they're not black. So, of course, they're going to be politically correct. Of course they are not going to say how they maybe really feel. Of course. That's kitchen table talk. Hell. I don't know. I don't know if Monique's going to get what she wants. I don't know if we as a people are going to get what we want. All I can say is that everybody, whether you're white, whether you're black, Asian, Latina, Native American, mixed, Moana, whatever you are, just be a good person. Be fair, be honest, be real. Just cut the BS, please. Just cut it. Your price is way too high. You need to cut it. Alright, y'all. I'm rambling now. I'm going to get out of here. This video's long enough. I don't own the rights to any of that audio, child. You got no money to come at me. Let's talk. Let's have a real honest conversation. In the bottom section below, honestly, I love everybody. I really do. No matter what you are. But some things are just, it is what it is. We don't stand together as a people. We don't. The only time we stand together as a people is if it's a tragedy, or if it's something that personally affects us, or our family or something. That's the only time. Other than that, we don't support nothing. We don't sit together. It's, because it's all because, we scared and we don't want to mess up our money. Ain't that something? But they weren't even making money back in the day like that and standing up for our rights. Getting hit upside the head. All right. Click that notification bell. If you want to send me a friend request on Facebook, awesome. All I ask is that you just send me a message through Messenger or message on Facebook, and let me know, hey, I'm from YouTube, and add me or whatever. Because I get tons of Facebook friend requests, and some of the profiles look a little weird to me, and if it's one of y'all, then just let me know and be like, yes, I love this profile picture, child. Let me click on it and see what it is, But you can tell some account. I don't know why sluts keep sending me Facebook friend requests, porno stars and stuff. Get on out of here. I mean, in some days I enjoy seeing y'all, but I don't want y'all to see. I don't want to see y'all on my Facebook. It's for family, friends, and Chalakians. Y'all are my family. I love y'all. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at Excuse Me on Instagram and Twitter, at Excuse Me 89 on Snapchat, Chisking on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Congratulations to Monique for her Las Vegas residency, darlings. Yes. And, just wish everybody the best, I really do. I guess we just gonna see. We're just gonna see what's gonna happen. We're gonna see if there's a change. We're gonna see, but until people are willing to admit their wrongs, until people are willing to accept certain things, until people are willing to have hard conversations, then we're still gonna be in the same predicament that we're in. And that's everybody, all people, We'll see. I love you guys much. Bye-bye.